What's up guys, Barry Game here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today we are going up against King Croaker to see what type of damage we can do. As always, you can see what people are currently using for different formations. You'll notice Fresto is used in almost all of the very high difficulty levels now, but with the new availability of Talene, I kind of want to see how she actually does now. Typically, it looks like the best strategy is swapping the Fresto now. I'm going to show you guys the more pay-to-win side of thing, and then I'm going to show you guys free-to-play as well, because free-to-play is a little quirky with how it's going to work out. I do want to change up these positionings a little bit, though. I definitely want to go with Talene as the swap target, and then use Odie over here as, of course, additional energy gain. I want to see if this works out fine, because you have to remember, Talene can infinitely revive. The question is, will she be alive when we need her to be alive to take a sacrifice? So we're going to try this team here, which is pretty close to the tippity top. And then we're going to try it with Thoran to kind of show you guys a comparison. Because again, the main part here is we need a hero that can revive and absorb these hits. I just don't know, because of the location she sits at, if it's going to work out fine. You'll see right there, Fresto's illusion did look like he took the first hit. We have to see where the second one of these goes here, and it looks like it does target Fresto again. So if you're using a Fresto strategy, this is actually not looking like the best way to go about this. You see right there, Talene did take the next one there, and she did go down, but in the meantime, her resummoning does take a little bit, and for some reason our smokies just disappeared at this point. So the damage is okay. I again don't know if it's necessarily 1-for-1 takeaway, but she does do an insane amount of damage. So if that's the case, it almost makes me want to think of doing something else with this team. I don't want to use that one here. I actually want to go back to this. I want to show you guys what it looks like normally when you use the Fresto type team here with this location setup and everything, so you guys can compare. And it does run the Thoran, and again, the Thoran will take all the hits. The one nice bonus of having Thoran here still is the fact that he will provide that whole damage boost basically from his abilities, which is a nice thing to have. And because we have him at Mythic Plus, he revives 2 additional times, or rather it revives 2 times, which eats up all of the big hits here. So it looks like this one might actually surpass our Talene one, but I think with Talene, she's not a replacement for Thoran. I think she might actually be a replacement for the Odie in this one, which is weird to say, because yep, right there you see that new damage number. That does mean we have a new record. It's not a huge difference. It's it's actually less than 100 million or something. So yeah, you see Odie doing big damage there. We don't want to share. We want to keep these tight-lipped for now. So essentially, let's do this. Let's go back into this battle. Let's run something more traditional here. We're going to run, I think Fresto is still going to be in the picture here. And I think this is going to be what we do, like this. Well, that positioning is really wonky. Really don't like that positioning. Guess that kind of works though. It is a little bit of a waste of the Fresto, but it does seem like this might be the best way to run it. I don't know. It might be better putting the Talene directly behind the Fresto that gives additional energy recovery, but I don't know if that's even worthwhile, to be honest. Now in this situation, we should have the Thoran going. The one downside with running Talene here is she does have that little bit of downtime because of that knockback type ability. Like, see, like right there, she has to recharge and get back into her ultimate form, which is then going to chain and do tons of damage. It's really just a comparison to see if she's better than Odie at this point. And our Odie has less investment as well compared to our Talene, and you can see it's still really close. Like, it's definitely really close. The next thing I want to do is maybe drop the Fresto and run Odie with her as well. So because she does a crazy high amount of damage. So let's continue using this. It's nice to see though that all these different lineups are still within like a margin of error from each other. It's not bad at all. We want to probably do something like this positioning and then put Talene here. Although we don't actually, well, actually wait. What happens with the extra revive on the Thoran? That could be actually pretty big. Hold on. If we can keep the Thoran alive to the end of battle, that's definitely more damage that we would be dealing, right? So if we can do that, that would actually be really, really awesome. Let's see how this works out. I'm intrigued. Because if it gives Thoran another life, so he technically has a fourth one, although if it's anything like Neru's ability, it probably just bugs out and doesn't work correctly on heroes that revive. So that's already the second death from Thoran right there. I think it just doesn't do anything, honestly. It's really weird. And yeah, there's the third one. So it doesn't actually do anything. Huh. Don't know if I like that. The only other option we could potentially do here, a strategy that we could run, see, we only did 35 there. That was not very optimal. Is make sure she's linked up maybe with the Odie as the frontmost target. Do something weird like this, but then I don't know if like, worth the try. I'm intrigued to see what it looks like, because if the Odie can revive, that would be pretty sweet when he does go down. And it obviously looks like we're not keeping Thoran alive for a fourth life either. It's not, it's just simply how it doesn't work that way, which is really weird. It just consumes both the Talene revive and his revive at the same time, which kind of sucks, but it just seems like that is what it is. So when and if Odie does go down again, he should revive and continue to do damage towards the end here. Which he borderline went down there. The next one's probably going to kill him, but again, he should revive. No? Where's the revive? Does the revive just not work in this? Is it just bugged? Is that ability just straight up bugged? That's so weird. Huh. Because he's got the flames over his head. And again, if we do have Mythic Plus on her, and we have this one down here, when Pyre Renewal reaches the maximum number of stacks and its carrier is defeated, all stacks are consumed. We should be getting them, right? Will deal damage equal to 50% of the... Oh, wait, no, this is only for melee targets. Ooh, I just thought about that. So in reality, having it attached to the Thoran is better anyway, because he's the only other target that is in melee range. Yeah, I mean, she's definitely not a replacement for Thoran. And this is another reason why I might not show the actual free-to-play runs. I already did a bunch of them. Thoran, even at a single copy, performs better than Talene at a single copy in this, because Talene is just, she can revive infinite times, but the problem is sometimes she does die at a single copy when King Croaker wants to do the insta-kill ability, and then it goes ahead and kills one of your damage dealers anyway. So it's really weird. As a single copy Talene, I'd say that's definitely a no. As a bigger built hero, then maybe potentially. But again, it's still kind of iffy on that one there. It's going to be a little bit better damage this time, 36. I mean, we're still doing about the same, it seems like. But again, Fresto, at the end of the day, seems like it is still the best setup to run. And it almost seems like Fresto with Talene still kind of does better than with you. So we still want to run this hero here. Now, at this point, though, I kind of want him to be the front target. Which means I want to do some weird positioning that makes no sense. The downside here is we lose damage reduction, which I don't necessarily like. We could do something like this that also gives like the damage reduction to the illusion. This is weird. I think the advantage of running Fresto is if you position properly, the illusion will take the first kill. But then I think it goes to the... Yeah, see, we just lost both Frestos there because of the positioning. That's just not good. You need to have the Thoran be that front row target no matter what. Otherwise, everything just goes to crap. Everything goes very, very poorly afterwards. My goodness. Still doing respectable damage throughout all this. Between the Reinier swap and the Smokey, we're still doing really good damage. Actually, it's gonna be a new record, maybe? Nah, we lost our steam right there at the very end. It was really, really close. Let's see one more thing. Let's try one more. So we need the illusion, I think, to be the most forward facing. So if we actually take a look what most people run at the top here, the big reason why this positioning is important is because the illusion is going to take that first hit. But really the only difference we're going to do, I guess, is throw a Talene. Oh no, not like that. We need to throw a Talene in the back. I kind of want to swap my Talene still just to get that extra healing, and she has the damage reduction link. Let's see how this turns out. Again, positioning, like, it just can make such a difference here. So in a reality, the illusion should go down first in about 7-8 seconds here. So we'll watch the illusion. He goes down. We just gotta hope Fresto is not the next target. It needs to go to be Thoran as the next target, which would mean Thoran gets to live the rest of the battle too. No, it still takes out the Fresto, which is kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. But again, because the Fresto goes down, it does mean the Thoran stays alive longer. But again, I don't know if that's really necessarily a good thing. Damage on this one felt really weak, really. Let's try using the same setup that they were using and see if we can just make one little change here and just add the Talene in instead. So we'll just literally just try a 1-for-1 swap here and see how it turns out. I don't know without the Reinier swap if that provides enough healing for Talene to spam her ultimate, but I guess it's not as big of a deal because, well, Smokey's kind of doing a good job keeping her up. And again, like, she is going to get interrupted anyway, so her spamming it isn't going to happen anyway. And yeah, so this positioning is what you need for the Thoran to be targeted. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So this is how you keep the Frestos alive. And it also technically keeps the Thoran alive the entire battle too, through to the end of it. So interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't know if necessarily it's going to be as much damage with our Talene as it would with an Odie, but she's very much a 1-for-1 swap potentially, so that's something cool to see. The damage here, as you guys can see, yeah, Talene's definitely at the top. So there are some options to kind of swap around when we're talking about the top of the top. And then, of course, if you're not going with a formation that has Fresto, you're kind of going with the more traditional squad nonetheless. So if you're not having the Fresto in the squad, you're going with this type of team. You can still go with someone like a Corin or a Marilee or something like that, and you should still be getting a pretty similar result. Let's try it out like this. This, of course, Thoran is going to be the one taking the hits, but Corin is going to potentially keep our heroes alive at the very end of the battle just a little bit longer. And Corin is going to continue to shield our Talene as well. It'd be crazy to watch this be more damage, but I feel like the Fresto strategy is still a little bit better. Going up on 30 billion here. We're still going strong, which is nice to see. Here goes Talene again with her ultimate. Thoran finally drops down officially. Talene, she went down, so she did stop her ultimate right there, which is not great, but we got another ultimate starting. Definitely close. Thoran, again, as always, usually keeps the team alive longer, but it is a drop in damage, but he can still perform pretty well if you don't have Fresto. Yeah, look at that. It definitely splits the damage up more, but there's options. There's definitely options for King Croaker. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what type of teams you guys are running. I really like this recommended formations because you can try out everybody's different formation with what you have as a team and see what works out the best. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.